Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I needed a few minutes to talk about what went down between Jonathan Lindell Kirk, aka DaBaby, and Danileigh's brother, whose name is Brandon. Danileigh and DaBaby shares a daughter in common, and most recently, DaBaby and Brandon had an altercation. I'm not sure exactly when this happened, but the video was put out there and it's now going viral. So they had an altercation at a bowling alley where DaBaby was having a video shoot or photo shoot, one of those things. So there's so many things that can be said about this situation, which was a bunch of foolishness. Should not have happened at all, especially because there's a child in the midst of all of this debacle. First of all, I saw 3 separate videos of Brandon calling out DaBaby and saying he would fight him. He would want to fight him one-on-one. The first one, he said he was in a hospital and he had just got into a car accident, and even that he would still be able to, tussle with DaBaby. The second one, he was talking TMZ and he was saying he had 200K and he would put it up to be in the ring with DaBaby. And he also, on the third one, he was talking to Jason Lee of Hollywood Unlocked, and he said the same thing, and he mentioned the boxing match also. So he was talking a lot of stuff, a lot of things. And growing up, they always tell you, if you're gonna talk, you better back it up. You should be able to back it up. I'm not saying he couldn't back it up, but you never know. When you're talking like this, you're talking big and bold, and you need to be ready at all times. So you was already saying that you wanted to go at it with DaBaby. I'm sure DaBaby knew of you saying all of these things, but then when you encountered him in the bowling alley, you wanted to talk. There's no talking at that point, because as soon as he sees you, of course he was on the defensive, because you already said you wanted to, go at it with him. So he was ready for you. He was ready for Brandon. Brandon probably, he was probably saying that because he was upset, because he did mistreat his sister. He disrespected her. He disrespected the family. So he was upset. Maybe those 3 different times that what he said, he was upset. And then when he calmed down and cooled down and catched himself, he realized, we cannot do this. We need to get along. But DaBaby, he is known to, he doesn't fight fair. And as you can see in the video, he did not fight fair. It was not a one-on-one. It was several people on this young man, which is the uncle of his daughter. That's why I say it's a bunch of foolishness. And another thing is that in the time that we're living in, with a lot of effeminized men, where sometimes even if you step on their shoes, they don't even fight anymore. Sometimes they just pull out a weapon and take you out. DaBaby didn't even think that far, but sometimes we don't think this far because we all up in the moment. But all this could have happened, all this thing that was going on. Something might have happened to somebody got pushed, or one of your entourage got so upset and somebody pulled out a weapon, and this young man could have got hurt. Somebody else could have got hurt, and then you have more of a problem, even though it's alleged that the police is going to charge him, going to press charges on DaBaby. I'm not sure, but people could have lost your life. So DaBaby, who is, I'm not sure how much, if Brandon is a father, but DaBaby has 4 or 5 children, I think. How are you the father of 4 or 5 children and you are acting this way in public. It's like you have nothing to lose. And your actions show that, hey, you do not care about your kids, because if you did care about your kids, you would know that, hey, my children need me in their lives. So I cannot be acting any type of way I want in the public eye, in this world, because I have children to take care of. I have children to provide for. I have children to be there for. But see, we do not think this far. And the entourage. It's the entourage. Throw the whole entourage away from me. Oh my goodness. Nobody in the entourage stood up and say, hey, we can't do this. And even if you were not able to talk to DaBaby because he was so up in the moment, I've seen other security guards in other entourages whisk away the person, take them away from all of that, that chaos. But no, what the entourage did, they jump in and pull in hair. Everybody's slipping and sliding everywhere, and they slipping and sliding and pulling hair. Really, I still can't even wrap my head around that. You jump in this man who is the uncle of your daughter, you and your entourage. I seriously don't understand. And then Danileigh, if she doesn't see it, hopefully she sees this. DaBaby is very immature. He has not grown. He does not move as someone who has matured and who acts as a father of 4 or 5 children, because I don't know exactly how much he has, so we're gonna go with 4 or 5 children. So he doesn't move as a person with 4 or 5 children to take care of. He doesn't. His actions show that he's like a young teenager with no responsibilities, not aware of the consequences for his actions, because that's exactly what the way he moves and the different things that he's done, because it is alleged that him and his crew are known to jump people. They do not fight fair, and even if we didn't know in the video, they do not fight fair. They don't. And this young man should have been more careful. He should have never stepped to him, even though he probably really wanted to speak to him. But you already did 3 videos talking smack that you wanted to think of. Maybe you were talking smack, maybe you were about that life, but you cannot change your mind and then change your mind in that instance. Maybe you should have reached out to him on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook and say, hey, I want to squash this beef. You try to go to his photo shoot or video shoot. Yeah, that wasn't gonna end well, and as you see, it didn't end well. The most saddest thing is there's a baby in the midst of this. She's still a baby, but one day she's gonna be a young girl. She's gonna be a young lady, and I'm sure somebody's gonna tell her this. Somebody's gonna show her this video, whether it's Danileigh or whether it's a family member. And how is she gonna feel? Nobody never considers the children when they do certain stuff. Anyway, that's all I had to say on this situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.